You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise in tech and science and really get to what matters. We've got some fascinating sources today, and the idea is simple. You walk away knowing more, maybe a little surprised too, about what's happening out there. Okay, let's jump right in. The tech world is absolutely buzzing right now, and it's pretty clear the race in artificial intelligence isn't just, intense, it's actually changing how we find information itself. So look at Apple. They've pretty quietly put together this new internal team. Get this, the name is Answers, Knowledge, and Information.
Yeah, subtle.
Right. And the goal seems clear. Build their own sophisticated sort of ChatGPT-like search experience. We've even seen the job postings pop up specifically looking for folks who know search algorithms, engine development. So it's real. And, Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, telling his staff the AI revolution is potentially as big or bigger than the internet, smartphones, cloud, and apps. Well, that tells you they're not messing around.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is that Apple's move, it isn't happening in a vacuum, right? It reflects this much broader shift we're seeing in search.
Like with Reddit.
Exactly like Reddit. They're pushing hard to become a go-to search destination. I mean, they already have over 70 million people searching every week.
70 million. Wow.
Yeah, and their AI thing, Reddit Answers, that's already got 6 million people using it across like a dozen countries. They're even changing their app, unifying the search look and making that search box way more obvious. It shows how user expectations are changing,
Definitely. And it's not just the obvious names either. Bing's been sort of quietly growing in the background. It's actually the engine behind a lot of popular AI agents now, like ChatGPT itself and Meta AI too.
Right. It's providing that foundational layer.
But okay, here's where the plot thickens a little bit. Amidst all this expansion, we're also seeing some real friction. Did you see that news about Anthropic? They actually revoked OpenAI's access to their Claude models.
Yeah, I saw that. A terms of service violation, wasn't it?
Apparently, OpenAI was supposedly hooking Claude up to its internal tools, comparing its performance against their own models, maybe using Anthropic's coding tools too. And OpenAI's response was basically, hey, this is industry standard stuff.
Well, this really brings up an important point, doesn't it? It just shows how incredibly high stakes AI development is right now. These advanced AI systems, they're becoming the new kind of intellectual property.
Yeah.
So the fight isn't just for users or market share, it's for fundamental control over these proprietary models.
The secret sauce.
Exactly. And the data that feeds them, that's the future of intelligence they're battling over.
It really feels like a bit of a Wild West sometimes. Okay, but let's pivot completely. Let's move away from the digital world for a second. How about using tech for really tangible, real-world problems, like drones dropping burning balls to fight wildfire?
Burning balls?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, you heard that right. There's this startup in Nebraska, Drone Amplify. They use these small quadcopter drones, and they carry hundreds of ping-pong ball-sized combustible eggs, and they drop them to ignite controlled burns. Which sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually an old, effective way to prevent those massive destructive fires later on.
Ah, okay, proactive burning.
Exactly. And the drones mean better monitoring, it's safer for firefighters, and get this, they can even operate them at night.
That's a huge advantage.
It is. They've apparently got over 200 systems out there already. US, Canada, Germany, Australia. Now that is some outside-the-box thinking.
That's genuinely innovative. And if we kind of connect that ingenuity to other fundamental challenges, we have to talk about this leap from Cambridge researchers. It's really groundbreaking science. They've made synthetic E. coli.
Synthetic E. coli.
It's called Syn57. And the key thing is it has a radically compressed genetic code. They've basically simplified its genetic instruction manual, cut down the number of codons, the genetic words from the usual 64 that you find in pretty much all life, down to just 57.
And why is that significant? Fewer words.
Well, the potential significance is massive. It can make these organisms naturally immune to loads of viruses.
How?
Because viruses hijack the host's genetic machinery, right? They rely on recognizing those specific codons to replicate. If some codons are missing, the virus can't reproduce effectively.
Wow. So instant virus resistance built in?
Potentially, yes. And beyond just fighting disease, this technique could open doors to creating totally unnatural materials, things nature never made, or developing these virus-resistant biofactories for making medicines or chemicals. It's like a whole new era for bioengineering, potentially.
Man, okay, so from this high-stakes AI race that's reshaping search itself, to drones dropping fireballs for wildfires,
Right.
and now literally rewriting the genetic code of life, it's been quite a tour through the cutting edge today.
It really shows the sheer breadth of innovation happening.
Absolutely. So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening?
Well, the thread I see connecting these pretty different advancements, digital information, environmental management, even biology, it's this relentless human drive, a drive to exert more control, over knowledge, over our environment, maybe even over life itself.
That's a powerful way to put it.
It just shows how fast things are changing. So maybe something to think about. Which of these transformations do you think will really define the next decade? Definitely something to ponder as we all keep pushing the limits of what's possible.
Spoken Tech for your ears.